Manners, respect. Up, people, up, people. Yes, people, we're back at it again. Friday, February 28th. But it's actually 31st to me. People. It's actually 31st for me because I put on 3 days per the month to extend February some. See our creative people? Uh-huh. Yes, I did put 3 days on February. So today the 20th, but the 31st to me. And it's been a beautiful, interesting month. Oh no, hear me? It's been a beautiful and interesting month. I've learned so much this month. Not like I've learned so much this month. I've seen so much great people in our community, in our culture, in our race, all of them things there. Because all of those things is incorporating us. There's something for us to be proud of, to be prideful, to be mindful, to be. We have things where we can say, um, this is my hero, or this is who I emulate. We have too much people out there every day. I tell you, two a day is not even enough to highlight we. The people them were pass off from we and not get no recognition, right? Those people, them set the standard. There's a Malcolm X before Malcolm X. There was a Martin Luther King before a Martin Luther King. There's like many people before the ones them what we know now, and some what we forget. But I said this is so beautiful. Okay, so today producer producer Wayne Global TV him did a program on um Burkina Faso too, right? I love that. Um Daniel Speak TV did a thing on reggae music today too. I love that. Like those are to me out of them regular programming. But once in a while, you can go to your regular programming, you can go to your comfort zone and show some informative, educational thing, right? And that me say me no want you click for me YouTube channel and not no there fi stimulate your mind, right? Because I don't know enough entertainment out there and enough there's lots of entertainment out there. There's lots of programs, informative programs. There's lots of things out there where um them specialize in how them do. Like if a news channel a strictly news channel, right people? So but when you click on my channel, I want you listen and hear something that makes sense, or you can find something or Google something or research something, or that means say write something, read something, sing something. All of them things that it's them say make a joyful noise unto the Lord. Right? Them never say that. And some of them nice, they're not joyful of black side. But they say, them do what them fi do, and you still have to do what you're supposed to do. That's that's how it is, people. Now, there's so much things are going on in a society, but again, them have enough people out there take care of all of them. sensational stuff there. So Gene Hackman, I wanna the start one movie actor. He's a very good actor still, you know. Him and his wife and one dog, I don't know them pass off somehow, suspiciously. But that's one of the sensational headline. Them have a well, American African American then, where him get boxed up by him girlfriend, him American girlfriend. That our next thing we're at in the news, the news media, social media, cause this a money I'm talk some things about us, right? And he say some things, well, and not just about us, cause him say about himself too. Me I tell you say we have so much mental issue and how it manifests itself. It manifests itself in different form, right? Because this a man I did really hate himself, you know. The stuff for him say. Nobody can love themselves and say them stuff there. Even even if me have a disagreement with somebody, right? Me not supposed to say certain things out of my mouth. Because you can't condemn a person unless you condemn yourself. Can't. All of them things are not people. I'm telling you, it no matter if you live to be 200, 300 years old. Every day you get up, there's something for you to learn or to be aware of. I tell you, some me love ask question, and my whole life, me always I wonder about some things. Like how comes war never end? That's one of the things me did wonder growing up. How comes war never end? They never have no peace in the world. One of the reasons is because the people that want cause war, right? Them people, that's all them have on their mind. Them have to find war to create. Them have to find the and if war and money, them have to find the money anywhere them go. So you might have peace as them come, war start. Then you get a gun, me get a gun, them get a gun, everybody get a gun. But it's life. A life them just a waste, so you know. It's like pretty much human genocide. Some people have them thoughts there, some people have them feelings there, and them things are not change. That's why I say when some people get boxed up in a certain way, in a negative way then, when they come back, you think they might come back as a positive energy? They might come back as that energy, the only person who can change is the person. No matter how much lifetime they come, if they no want change, they're not gonna change. The same thing with people. If they no want do it, there's nothing you can do to make them do it. There's people praying and praying and praying that some people change their belief. But then could have pray 100 million years more. Them people their belief is rooted in their very existence. That they believe they not change. Always in our war zone, you know. Mentally we're always in our war zone. We don't have a safe space where we can be safe, just not just mentally, but physically, emotionally. When I talk about family, we don't really have the family setting anyways. We don't. People, some of the things I'm gonna tell you, you know, no matter how much you understand something, you know, means the next person never understand it. Especially if they don't want to understand it. And then I see the key. The key in everything is wanting. Wanting to be better. So I'm frustrated with many things. I'm try to improve it by either come up with a solution or use an alternate way. Right? So all month me tell us the people them that I've highlighted has been so amazing. Right? Man, woman, situation, because it's like it wasn't all about just the humans, it's a situation that they have to overcome. And most of the situation that them have to overcome, it's inhuman situation. Understand? There's some people who are not human, so it's inhuman behavior. You can't say inhumane, but it's inhuman. They not treat human overall the same. So inhuman, them not human, they not practice humanity. Them practice hate, greed, envy, jealousy. Them practice the opposite of growth. Each one teach one how to be better. And no, all of them people what me highlight, and all of them people here, you can tell that these people are totally different from inhumans. Donald Trump is like an inhuman. Also, because from before me say he's a I did watch a documentary with him many years ago, It's funny, him go bankrupt, one time him go bankrupt. And then them save him, the bank them save him. He's a real estate mongo. You think say if 5,000 people live pan a building and him want put up a structure for say 30,000 people and the only thing I stop him at the 5,000 people. You know think say I'm gonna get rid of the 5,000 people? So people when we don't think like human, inhuman. In a some way them imitate people good, but they can't recreate humanity. There's no they not contribute to humanity. So all of them things I'm telling people, it's always look on certain things. Even when I say when I did younger, I say, okay then, if racist people did their own, eventually them all are go dead off. Right? That I when that I tell you some of the tasks I think it's not with understanding, it's just thinking. Okay, one time we did I watch this this powerlifting with my older brother. I'm see the man like him dip him hand in the container with some white something in it. And the man just me see oh him rub it on him hand and he just like him just rub up lotion lather up him hand with it, right? And I said to my brother, how that him a rub on his hand? A lotion? My brother start laugh. And go, no, if I were lotion man, trust me, that would have defeat the purpose. And then me start like me think about it. Say I wait him a lift, and if a lotion or if I soap him up on him hand, right? That wouldn't be practical. But just when I look upon it, I never think about it. It just look like soap or powder, like soap or lotion. So I tell you some things in my life, it's like these things will never go away. In not everybody life, them have moments that will never go away. Like your first kiss, your first time somebody broke your heart. Like just moments in your life where people will never forget. And some of them, it's like them so profound to me. This is why I can't forget them. So when you don't think about the situation, you don't have the understanding of it. That's why I want to go through the finding out, because everybody said this and everybody said that. But what really is the issue? Because it can't be just one issue. I said the biggest issue is people and themselves. That are one of the biggest problems. People have with themselves. Many problems people have with other people, them have it with themselves first. You can't hate somebody unless you hate yourself. You can't love somebody unless you love yourself. All of them things, yeah, my whole life, I go through them and understand them. And with people teaching me, educating me enough of the things that I did ignorant about or assumption about. So when me think say all of the racist people them I got dead off, me never have the thought say, so what you think them I got dead off and just keep their racism to themselves? No. Them I got teach it to feed them kids, them I got indoctrinate them kids in that sense of how to treat others, how to look down upon people, how to disrespect people. One of the conversation I got do with FBA, I'm not gonna really talk much about it, but them have a talk, like a discussion on the whole situation. And them said that when them talk to some of the island people, the island parents them teach them they dislike American. Like say, um Jamaican, all Caribbean people are taught to hate American. But that's stupid. That kind of to me it don't make no sense. Or you just are gonna hate me I go teach you to hate Americans. And then me I go say, oh yeah, that makes sense. Me I go just hate Americans. So me can say the policies of the American government with interfering with other countries' financial situation is the issue. But me can't say me hate Americans. That don't make no sense at all. So when I talk about this, we were taught to hate Americans, and that's just a next division again. So the FBA is about foundational black people, which means um, there's free black people before slavery. Nobody never talk about them, and them a talk about repatriation. But the whole thing with them though, it's all inclusive. They're talking about um. I'm gonna listen to the conversation and they're talking about Pan-Africanism, and them things I'm not gonna go into. Because I'm gonna tell us people there's so much different avenues, right? But FDA is talking about um repatriation, talk about unity with all African people, whether you're African Caribbean, African Jamaican, African Canadian, African American, whoever you are, you just under the same umbrella of saying we want better for your race, right? So this is what FBA represent, and one of the leaders, it's I think Tariq Nasheed. I don't want to mess up them people name, so this is why I say I want to do a special pan. The more everything when I do, I want to do a special pan to analyze these situations from politics, right? I want to do the Democratic and the Republic, right? Individually, because you can't just say me want to do this and me want to do that, because when you highlight one of them, it's just one of them you have to highlight. Because guess what? It's always one against the other. If you don't understand it, right? That's how it's gonna be. But even the JLP and the PNP, right? Me say me I go do a thing on them. Manners and respect, Alreen Foster. Welcome. So more do a thing pan PNP, me want do a thing pan JLP, me want find out what's like the core of them, where them for, right? Because all of these things it them involve with existence, it involve in a sense that the people them want make decision for we, them now make good decision for we. We not make good decision for ourselves, right? Because not getting along with your neighbors, that's not a good decision. Because you see I always say it, you see your neighbors before you see anybody else. So if you can't live good in your house, you can't live good in your community, and then you got okay, so I go get a pen and paper, and I go vote in that person to make my life better for me. When I say these people, them not have no reason to do anything where them say them are gonna do. Not because them are get paid, them have to do it. Them have to want to do it. To them the one of the thing when I got show up was Burkina Faso and Abraham Tory, right? And producer we in touch on it today, right? I said you have to want to do it. This man is all about him country, the betterment of him people. Take them out of from the wig, them funny smelling looking wool looking wig they them have on them head. Look so disgusting. Them things they just make it just force if we stop accepting we here. So from them kicking out the French people them from them go back to them own textile, which means that them have make them own clothing, right? Then go back in and then clothing manufacturer, make them own clothes. Take off the name brand they half a week. Make we a better people. The man implement the one on my watch there was implementing the one the producer that was implementing flour, right? The one on my watch there was implementing them start farm like me always out when time I go in the country area of Canada, me see them with some hair roll up on the farm. I pure them things I me see on the farm. And me I say to myself, like, I wear them something there for. Me never know say them use them since they feed cow. And I think horse, well, animals and everything. But just to see Burkina Faso, a plant the grass them for the cow. Them all have the cow peas, the cow bean, them a grow the special bean when them feed the animals them, right? So me see them things here. I know these things are possible. Because if we like minded, we are gonna be in the same direction for make betterment for ourselves. They're always gonna be on that direction for make betterment for ourselves, to uplift each other. That's why I say the community, everything I do this month, all of these people, the community where them grow up with, the community, how them live together in the community. And that me say no, if we don't live good together, right? Why them people they are gonna respect we? Why them are gonna say, oh, them not live good together, so make we live good with them? No, that are gonna encourage them to live bad with we. Keep on saying it, you know. If we not do the things them necessary to make we elevate, why should they do it for us when we are one totally different race from them and we are in competition? Them done so we want their woman already. That are the first thing. Oh, you hear the man say, oh, they want our women. That are the first thing them say. And then, oh my God, they want our woman. Sound the alarm. No, 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 no. We want for with woman. We want for with woman. It's okay for not have for no woman. And all of them things are uno can't have anything we uno want as long as we get to have everything what we want. We just want peace. We want we want we want humanity. How is it that humanity come with a price? When everybody are breathe the same air, right? Everybody have the same urge to eat, sleep, use the washroom. But and some in some way, form, or shape, them come up with this idea that there's some difference between humanity by color, not by skills, you know, not by skills, because hands down, if it's by skills, them lose. Hands down, by skills, them lose. Because everywhere you look, the only thing we ever have stopping us is this color barrier thing, quote unquote. And can you mess with the people when know if about the color barrier? Huh? That is something that's never been broken until we broke it. Imagine that. Oh, we can break something that they make unbreakable. The color barrier. People think about it. And that me try show you. A people will hate a next person because the color of them skin is a person will hate the Almighty. If you hate a person, I'm gonna tell you say hate should be a blasphemy word. If you can't hate a person because they're different from you, you hate God. You literally hate the Almighty because you say whatever he make a mistake. So oh, you cannot pray to a being who make mistake. How you can say you love your family, right? You have a, now that might try show you everything when them you have to take it with a grain of salt. Take the grain of salt and add it to me sauce, all right? But me just I say take the grain of salt and add it to the sauce, cause no in a me salt, no in a me sauce. But when me look upon it and say them these are impossible things. If when you think about it, you know, it's impossible for you to hate a person and not hate the person who created that person. I mean, not talk your mother and your father, but you hate the entire universe. There's no love. You can't say you love your family and you hate the next person family. That don't make no sense. A person who can turn off then love and turn on then love is not a human. That's why I tell you inhuman. These people are inhuman because love is something that's it's natural. Just like you smile, just like how you breathe, just like how you hear, it's natural. So if you can't turn it off, you're gonna be upset at a person, but you can't take away your love from them. That's why I'm say love is given. It's up to them to do whatever they want to do with it. When I tell you good morning, you could be upset as much as you want with me for giving you a good morning, but me don't get already. It's given already. Have a nice day. It's given already. If you don't want it, Give it to somebody else. Because guess what? You see, manners never gets old. Respect never get old. Love never get old. Understanding never get old. These are things that's part of us. It's part of our DNA. The lady said our ancestors are within us. So if we don't listen, we not gonna understand what them are saying now. Because me tell you, say, ever since we start to understand, me say when me did start free the souls, and I say, okay, all right, I free them. One of them start talk to me, but it's not like that. It's not like a voice I gonna come out other than your true self, the spirit within you. Because some people say, my mind tell me say me when to do it, and me do it, and me win the lottery. And some people say, boy, you know, so my mind tell me to buy that number there, and me not buy it, and look how the number win. You know what time you hear that? So that are the person you're supposed to listen to within yourself. But outside of yourself, right? How them influence you is getting you get the information and you decipher the information what people give you. To give you the sense of knowing what you want to know. Because nobody no care about a next person just to care about them. You don't know this person, you never meet this person, but you care about this person. No. You have to know a person, get to know a person before you can care about a person. So once you care about a person, you can't take away your care. The person might do you something, and you're upset with the person. You don't like the person for what them do to you. And that's why myself, I cannot hate a person. I don't like the things what them do, are them ways, but I can't hate them. I tell you how I love my handwriting because even though as bad as it is, it's still mine. And that's something I'm proud of. My nappy head, my tough foot, all of them things here. From a little bit, I say, okay, I make a decision on a little bit. I not go get cuter. I not go get browner. I not go get taller. But I can get wiser. All of the things them where you can't change, you accept them. The things them where you can't change, you change them. You read, and everybody when we talk that when we highlight, all of them talk about reading is so important. Understanding is so important because if you can't read and you can't understand. And if you don't understand, you can't always read it over again. That's what the decision said. I don't know that. I don't understand that. I'm gonna tell you, so sometimes when I go up on the program, I listen for 10 minutes and I know exactly where we're there. I can't drop in one book and start reading enough. I can't go in anywhere and read enough and start figure it out to make it make sense. Because eventually when you listen long enough, it's gonna make sense. Unless you listen to a person when you have no sense at all. And then you're just wasting your time. So understanding, come with who you listen to. Does this person have sense? That's why I choose the people who are not entertainers and movie stars. And yes, we are going to highlight them people there, but those people are not the first person for educations. The scientists, the pilots, those people, more hear them people there because those people, them study what they're talking about for them to be good, efficient, to pass through them stage to be great at what them do. Until you get a statue of them, libraries and movies and make off of them because them become great at what they do. So when we highlight these people first, then entertainment can always come second. Because that's what it is entertainment. And we cannot be entertained 24/7. If we are entertained 24/7, that we're not being educated. And there's a difference between entertainment. Ha ha ha. You forget the joke already. I sometimes I try to tell you, couple days later, I try to tell somebody a joke was so funny to you. You can't remember the joke. But you can't remember the detail of the joke, but you know it was entertaining, it was funny. So when we said there's a difference between education and entertainment, you have to find what's what. You have to find it to understand it. And all of them things I'm tell you say, the great wise people them, this is how them used to create thoughts. Today when we do who was it today? The doctor, right? Jerica, right? Our thoughts was free your mind. That's the first thing. Your mind have to be free. Oh, so much information have come at you at all times, every day, every alarm. If you subscribe to 50 people, right, and 50 people have put out content at daytime. Okay, just say them will put out two content at daytime. That's 100 alarm you hear. That's 100 notification you hear. So constantly information is coming at us. And it's me said you the ocean blue. You toss everything in the ocean, and when you're ready, you go in the ocean and you pick out what you want to pick out because that's your memory. But it don't make sense. You have put so much garbage in your memory. You have to decipher where you have to take out. Every time you go in your memory, something good where you have to draw out. Instead of you have to decipher the information. So when I listen to these people talk and them experience, it inspire me. It make me want to do more. It make me want to research somebody else, find somebody else as great as this person. And yes, me say it, we're not going to agree with everything because it's not everything you should agree with. There's some things you have a choice. So me say somebody the heavy people that I want to go into is like so when we start do them people that is like part one and part two because there's so much details of these people's mind, right? Just the greatness of how them think. Because when you look on Abraham Torre, you see how him think. Him think in a way it's good for all of us. Thank you very much. I saw we roll. This is how we're supposed to be. When we have all of these people at our fingertip, where we can just click on a doctor and listen to the doctor. We can click on a herbalist. We click on this person, right? And all of them people, I tell you say I never knew TV are one of the best channel me buck up on, because all I interview them is so structured. The people then get to talk and them him ask the proper question and make them finish like this is how the art of dialogue. That our next program, and that's what it's supposed to be, the art of dialogue. When we hear them things, yeah, communication, reasoning, what next word the man used today? You say we're gonna I forgot the word, but it's the same thing as communication and reasoning and with thoughts, just we think, talk about important topic, and we not have to get upset over it. We not have to scream and shout to get your point across, because you have time to talk, we have time to listen. We not have to interject. Me no cut you, stick up in. Let them person finish him talk, because it doesn't matter where you stick up in for, it's not gonna be more important than what they're saying. Why we so anxious for jump on where the person say? They never finish ask the question or say them piece. You finish yet? You finish yet? You finish yet? You finish yet? So you can't talk. And what you say is not more important than what they're saying. If you're adding on to what the person is saying, you can always keep your thought. You can always add it on. Me no cut you. Stop talk. Make me talk. Give me my turn. For me turn. For me turn. Everybody gets a turn. Everybody get a turn. And that we need to understand. If we only communicate with each other, we have to say, our mother we are talk to, our father we are talk to. 2 nights ago, the lady, she said, when I'm in the corporate world, when I'm in the corporate world, I have to have a corporate conversation. But when, okay, so how comes you not have the same respect in the ghetto for the people them? But as soon as you go in the corporate world, you're totally conversation is totally different. People, me not talk English, me not talk, no, me communicate. So no matter who me I talk to, right? I'm gonna try to explain, get my point across, so they can understand what I'm saying, right? That's the art of communication and giving people a reason to listen to you. Because if everything me I say, if you want, if, who want to hear that? Nobody no want to hear that. People want to hear a conversation, a soothing voice where stay upon topic, stay upon focus. That's us. We can do that amongst us. We don't have to go into the corporate office. We just have to say, we respect the corporate office more than we respect each other. Eh? Meanwhile, you only go into the corporate office once in a while, per se. But you're there around your neighbors them all the time. So you should supposed to have more respect around your neighbors than when you're in the corporate office. God, trust me. If you weren't good enough to be in the corporate office, you wouldn't be there. Are you them want because of your skills? That's why I always love skills. Them say that one of the president, you know them say yesterday Donald Trump fire one of the Air Force, the black man from the Air Force, and them are right because of them they have some DEI program. The DEI program is like some no problem. I tell you, say this a tape record, so I can always listen later. It's some DEI program where them say it's special, like then give special, I don't know, man, like special, I don't know, like you don't have to be skillful as them to get the position. So them talking about say the person where them fire from the position, them a talk about say him get it because of DEI or something like that, right? Or them fire him because him did when the George Floyd incident happened, right? When the George Floyd incident happened, him did speak out on it. So them said Trump a hold a grudge ever since. So that much I show you. And people don't forget nothing. They don't forget. They don't forgive either. We are the one always I forget and I forgive. For real people, enough things are going on in the world. That's why I say I am here focused on us and what we can accomplish within fluid time frame. Because you see, the things that are happening in Burkina Faso, and this is less than 3 years. The implementation where the man where Abraham Traore put in to help the country develop him country. It's not impossible. It's possible because the man sure it's possible. You see the people that are done we're in a power for so long. Them people that don't care about changing nothing. They'll never care about changing nothing. Because they're in the position for that reason. Not to change nothing. not to make anything different from what it is. That's why I say the next generation of us, money is not gonna be the solution. Unlimited ability I got change everything. And you hear me? Money is not gonna change anything. Cause man in a jail, I give $50 million for bail, and that the money they you hear me, people? Money is not gonna change it. This is why them a push money in front of us. A full unlimited ability are gonna make a difference. The man them are gonna make a difference. The woman them are gonna make a difference. The humans are gonna make a difference. The beings are gonna make a difference. But money not gonna make a difference. Because eventually them are gonna make money worthless. And it shows the money worthless because if you have $50 million and you can't get out of jail. $50 million and you can't come out of jail. So I guess you know no millions then. Because how valuable is your millions if you can't come out of jail with 50? It's crazy. 50 million can't get you out of jail. Come on. Well, people, we have a next lady a step up to the plate. No, I didn't forget all of the man them, but me tell you say we are gonna continue highlight one. We great people them. But me tell you say them ladies, I'm sure say many people never hear them before. You know what I say? So many of them ladies, I highlight them, and then next year now we're gonna have part 2, 3, 4, and eventually probably I'll have them for my program for talk to them and say, oh, that would be nice. So people, once me get my subscription up to, the 10,000 the 10,000 margin where people know me and say, yes, I want to go on this program. I want to be on this program. Right, people? I'm just going to go and highlight these people because these people are worth highlighting. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to introduce you again to... I never knew TV. I'm telling you, like, this man's channel is amazing, right? He have lots of good interview. So, again, the things that I like, I always share. So, this lady is doula Mama Iman. Doula is doula Mama Iman. Doula Mama Iman. That's her name. So again, I say, always get your pen and your pencil and your book and ready for write down something, for learn something. So, as we proceed with Doula Mama Iman on I Never Knew TV.
Please explain the difference between a doula and a midwife.
Okay. right off right off the butt. A doula. What's the difference between a doula and a midwife? Doula and a midwife. As we proceed, people.
Okay, so the doulas, the midwife has different knowledge base, not a whole lot different. And actually, a doula should aspire to learn midwifery on some level. It doesn't have to be everything. But a midwife tends to look after the mom throughout her pregnancy. A doula may step in around the fifth month, the sixth month, the seventh month, even the eighth month. But a midwife is looking after a mom throughout her pregnancy. And so she has technical knowledge, like how the baby's growing, how the mom's doing, everything, trying to keep everything within the range of normal. Blood pressure, temperature, any illnesses, lab work she does and looks at and reviews, and urinalysis she looks at. So it's more, she does a little more of the medical aspect of it, listening to baby's heart tones, um, and just addressing whatever. Like sometimes moms have nausea at the beginning of their pregnancy. So addressing those types of challenges. But see, that's where the doula can also do that. The doula's job more is to empower the mom. The midwife makes sure all is well. The doula empowers the mom through education, and addressing whatever issues could possibly interfere with the labor journey. So those issues could be like feeling unsupported. So she does provide that support. Um, and during the labor, the doula needs to know what the mother needs to be doing at any given point in each stage. It's three stages. But what is she doing in the first stage? What is she doing in the second stage? What is she doing in the third stage? And actually, she does a lot more work because the midwife is on the set, but she's the one that's, well, let me see how the baby's doing. I'm gonna listen to the heartbeat. Let me take your blood pressure, make sure nothing is changing, everything's going normally. She might examine the mother, maybe or maybe not, to see how far along she is. Some mothers want that, some mothers don't, and so she'll do that kind of thing. And also, once the baby has descended and mom's feeling pushy, ready to push the baby out, then the midwife is there to make sure that that happens normally. She may be hands on, she may be hands off, depends on what's going on. But the doula's job is to take care of mom, not deliver the baby. So that's a difference. She doesn't really have to know what
Okay.
the heart tones are. It just helps when she hears.
Okay, now you know the difference. And I never heard a doula before. I never heard the word doula before. I heard the midwife, right? That's how much I tell this to people. There's so much education out there. There's so much good education out there for us. As we proceed.
The midwife say the baby's heart tone is low, then the doula's thinking, oh, we got to change positions. The baby's at station zero. Then the doula's thinking we got to change positions, a squat or something to help baby descend. Or if mom has a backache. or back labor. Um, the doula knows about pelvic anatomy, which is important. And so she knows how to address a backache.
Are you a business owner or a
Yes, I'm a business owner. People, don't forget to order your buckler sauce. Ah. Ah. Okay, now you see, I tell you, say, this is why women are so amazing, because the things that women go through, it's like they go through a total transformation. Them have to share them body, share them organ with the next life, right? So me not understand how man can look upon a woman and just appreciate a woman for just being a woman. Why do they have to give you secret? Why do them have to? Why do they? That me not understand. We can do what them do, but feel with expectation. Suppose a woman supposed to put an expectation upon we. No, a serious expectation upon man. You think some man would have pass or fail? Never answer that, yes, I can't just say. We don't know already. As we proceed, people.
And so she knows how to address a backache or stuff like that.
Do you believe all pregnant women should have a doula?
I absolutely do. And it's so interesting because that's only really been a thing in the 21st century. But when I took doula training, which was like 20 some years ago, in somewhere in the 90s, nobody ever really heard of a doula. And it definitely wasn't something in the Black community.
Okay, and that's what I'm trying to show you. You see, she said it's definitely not something in the Black community, because man definitely would have heard, at least heard the word before. You know what I say? As we proceed, people.
So it usually came out like, well, my mother's going to be there, my boyfriend's going to be there, my husband's going to be like, I don't know what it, because they thought a doula was a cheerleader, the cheering section, but that's not what they do. In a hospital setting, the doula is an advocate. You know, in a home birth setting, the doula is basically taking care of the mom, but she's also taking care of the other people in the house. So if the husband is there, she's already went through educating him and empowering him and bringing him into the process, which is really, really important. And sometimes men don't know how important and critical they are to a mother's birth journey. So, but in a hospital setting, she's an advocate because hospitals have a standard of care and it's not always evidence based. And that's where it can become a little tricky. And that's why doula is important. You send a mom to a hospital all by herself, maybe with her husband or her boyfriend or mother, whatever, whatever, and you'll have medical people flowing in and out of your room just doing stuff without you having any real knowledge of it, but you're consenting. But see, that's turning over your power. So a doula empowers you. So even in a hospital setting, you can get the best birth outcome possible and feel good about it.
Do you believe the by more women having a doula, it will
Mhm.
reduce the mortality rate amongst African American women?
Yes, yes, because she's able to explain to the mother what's inside the range of normal, what's outside the range of normal. You know, and so that helps her make informed decisions about her health. And sometimes in a hospital setting, of course, one of the main reasons is because, especially with Black women, um, their concerns can be dismissed or brushed over. Not it could be because they're Black, but it doesn't mean every medical person is a racist or anything. It just means it could mean they're busy. You know what I'm saying? But then there is a mindset that dates back to 1800s or further that says black women or black people in general don't feel pain the way other people.
You hear that, people? So remember I said I used to experiment on the woman them without no medication, without no painkiller. Me not understand how them thought they can come in our next human mind. Or in our inhuman mind. Because only an inhuman person can think say a next human don't have feelings. I wonder if we never got one slaughterhouse before. Well, when we did little bit, we did live close by this. Them used to butcher cow over there. Then we did have a sawmill close by where we live, but it also serve as a butcher place. And we see how them string up the cow, them and everything. All cow feel pain, goat feel pain, all of them feel pain. So me not see how a next human can look on the next human and say, well, them not feel pain like how we feel pain. That's straight inhuman. That's straight inhuman. As we proceed, people, because me tell you say a long time then things are going, and we just ignore them things here.
Don't feel pain the way other people feel pain, so they're dismissed more often, and so that can be dangerous. And having a perspective as a medical person of how it's supposed to go can make you dismiss. She's like, I'm ready to push. Yeah, you can't be. You were just 4 centimeters 30 minutes ago. So she's not listening.
In the 1970s, right, the rate of C-sections in the U.S. was a mere 5%. By 2019, it was more than 30%. Insurance companies pay doctors more for C-sections than vaginal pregnancies. What are some things women should consider before agreeing to a C-section procedure?
It depends on what the reason is. I mean, I've seen women whose blood pressures were high, very high. So they were in preeclampsia and bordering on eclampsia. And so in that case, the mantra is better to get the baby out because then that resolves the issue. So just being fully informed as to why they're recommending a C-section. Some women go for prenatal appointments. They're 37 weeks pregnant, and their doctor or caregiver will say, listen, we're going to schedule you for a C-section. Well, that's not evidence based. Why? You understand what I'm saying? Or they'll say, well, baby's too big or too small after an ultrasound, but they're not always accurate. As a matter of fact, a lot of times they're not that accurate. It's like, oh, your baby's too big. He's almost 9 pounds, and then the baby's born, and the baby's like 8'3" or less. It's just not accurate. So, um, yeah, you have to know the reasons, and that's what we talk to moms about. What makes a C-section necessary. So blood pressure may make it necessary. An issue with baby's heartbeat could be necessary, maybe not. Because maybe you could just change mom's position. Because in a hospital birth, they have you what we call hustling backwards. You're on your back, you got a monitor here and a monitor there. You may be semi reclining or semi sitting, whatever, but the baby still has to navigate that birth canal. So sometimes that'll cause the heartbeat to drop, especially if you're using medications like Pitocin. Pitocin, there's a thing where you can get a domino effect, and Pitocin, you didn't ask me about. Well, we could talk about Pitocin. Okay. So Pitocin is a synthetic hormone. It's a hormone that your body produces naturally, except it does not act like the natural hormone. It increases or intensifies contractions. The hormone your body produces contractions, but it also balances out the intensity and the pain and the discomfort because it crosses that barrier in your brain that handles pain. Pitocin doesn't do that. So it does increase contractions and but it's harder to handle. And it also sometimes it affects the baby. So it may make the baby's heartbeat drop. Because if it's added pressure on your uterus to push the baby out, it's added pressure on the baby. So now they're talking about, well, the baby's heartbeat is dropping, it doesn't look too good. We if things are not moving along the next hour or so, we should talk about a C-section. So what do you want to do in that case? Oh yeah, sometimes in a hospital setting, they're kind of managing your labor journey. You know what I'm saying? So they'll put you on a time frame. And in their mind, this happens in the first stage, second stage, third stage. And this is how long that lasts, this is how long that lasts, this is how long that. So you go over that time frame. You see what I'm saying? And so that's when they may talk to you about a C-section. Or what they'll do is before the C-section.
Did
uh, okay, so there's a case. I think it was a month ago where this yes, I know she was 14 years old and she was pregnant and went to the hospital and she was supposed to get a C-section, but the doctor they on strike. That's people. I mean, not, she end up passing off because them never give her the C-section because them say she did too small. Me feel said it's because she's 14 years old. Which 14-year-old is developing enough to have a kid, right? People, some things are going in a modern society where you that thing say are the medieval times. How some people think are the same way like the medieval times. Sometimes the things the people them do. That's why I'm say inhumane, right?
What they'll do is before the C-section conversation, they'll start with the Pitocin because you've been too long in your first stage of labor or even in your second stage of labor. And so we want to hurry it up a little bit. We're just going to get your labor started and get it a little stronger. And that's how they talk to you. And we're going to give you a little Pitocin. We're going to start you off with a low dose, but like you said, sometimes there's a strategy behind that. So they start you off with, those IV things, 2 drops per minute or whatever of Pitocin, and they come back in an hour and raise it up to 4, and they come back in another hour, raise it up to 8. You know what I'm saying? And the whole time that's increasing your contractions stronger and stronger and stronger, so you can get through the process. And they're telling you that's to help you move along. You know what I'm saying? But one of the solutions that I work with is I tell a mom after we've been through a month or two of education and meetings and talkings and practice and all the all the stuff we need to do, and I tell her when you go into labor, don't go to the hospital. Call me because I'm gonna keep you home. I'm gonna keep you home, and you can have a natural labor for as long as you can. And then when you feel you're ready, because it's always mom's choice, she knows what she can handle, what she can't handle. You just try to encourage her. And then when she's ready, she goes to the hospital. A lot of times I've done that, and they didn't have time to do all the interventions.
Why do you believe African American women have a substantially higher rate of premature births than white American women?
Basically,
I can answer that. Stress. Stress. Come on, people. Obviously, that's the number one. That's the number one reason, right? Diet. Number two reason. Diet comes down to not not enough fruits and vegetables, right? Exercise. Those are the three things, Mister. Stress, diet, exercise. As we proceed, people. That's just my three guesses.
Higher rate of premature births than white American women.
basically stress.
I told people, yo, like up the live people. I'm gonna say the number one thing is stress. Stress. I think I'm getting good at this, right, people? As we proceed.
Is what in our neighborhoods is a lot of being unsupported, not having any kind of knowledge of how to carry a baby, and maybe they're doing the same things they were doing before they were pregnant. Maybe they're drinking, maybe they're smoking, maybe there's a lot of stress in their home environment, um, lack of medical follow up or medical prenatal care, poor diet. And poor diet, I think, plays a big part, as well as stress. And stress is a mindset. It's the mindset that she had when she became pregnant, the mindset she had before she was pregnant, the mindset she carries throughout her pregnancy. And it's amazing because you see moms get angry. That's not a good thing. You see moms in certain neighborhoods getting angry and getting into fights. You know what I mean? But I mean, I don't think that's usually the case. But I just think it's a lack of knowledge and stress, because stress is not the hormone you want to be releasing into your body. That fight or flight freeze hormone. So basically, that's what I think does that, and just the normal. Um, because in our neighborhoods and in our communities, we're met with everything in terms of racism, institutionalized racism, you know. So when we go to the doctor, doctors can stress you out a lot, you know. Yeah, they do. Um, and just what's going on in your home environment, you know. And I think your mental state, like, do you what? I've known women that could not connect with the pregnancy and could not connect with the idea that they were having a baby, or you know, a mindset is definitely a thing. You don't.
You see this mindset thing people are telling about? It's a dangerous thing. Them have the same mindset before, the same mindset during, and the same mindset after. How is things gonna change? It's mind fluidity. You have to go with the flow. Deep breath. All of them things are. I tell you, say the exercise, she never say nothing about the exercise, but I tell you, say the eating and the tension, the stress, right? And the support system. That may say it's, we understand that there's gonna be situation between man and woman because it was created that way. But when woman start accept this single parenting, that are the worst thing we can say. We can say single also, which means you don't have a balanced partner, but you shouldn't be a single parent. because there's so much people around you who can help with parenthood. That's why I say community is so important, people. Next generation, I'm telling you, you better get married, have enough picking, have family. I don't know how we put this girlish thing in our culture. What me tell you, say girl is our plantation mentality. Yeah, because when you're up on the plantation and you're the man, you have 500 women you have to seed, for procreate, for our next workers on the farm. So obviously that's a farm mentality, plantation mentality. I'm gonna tell you some of the worst thing we take we make it become part of some of the worst thing we take from say our culture that. As we proceed, people.
Or, a mindset is definitely a thing. You don't want it, you're not paying attention, all those kinds of things.
Recent studies have shown black women are 3 times more likely to die during childbirth than white women in America. Why do you believe the rate of mortality during pregnancy is so high amongst African American women?
Next thing to that, I say same thing, right? The care, the care that they get in the hospital, it's not equal care. So they said the institution it was created a certain way. The man talk about or the professor when the professor in the hospital at work and them say, oh, look at the end goal. One thing I get to understand, we are a hated race for no reason. We are a hated race for no reason. No reason because there's absolutely no reason for a next person to hate a next person. Unless you hate yourself first. So now me have to go look upon it and say, the hateful people. There's so much different name, we're fit. As we proceed, people.
So high amongst African American women.
hmm That kind of segues with premature birth. It's kind of the same type of reasons, but basically, I think their concerns are ignored by medical people or overlooked, not seen, downplayed, all that kind of stuff. You read of women that had C sections, and hour or two later, mom's in a lot of pain, not normal pain, but she's been flagged like you just had a baby. That's normal.
Yes. People, me say, anytime I did in Germany, I got the doctor and the doctor and say, oh, you're perfectly fine. People, don't worry, man. Me I gotta do that because I tell you, so them people don't care about you. Enough of them don't care. I tell you, one doctor, I meet Dr. Wayne Marshall, who did the operation for my knee, people. I tell you, so I'm one of the few doctors me ever meet in my life. And I can say, yeah, I respect the doctor there. But doctors usually don't care, especially if them a work for the company them will pay them. I not talk like them natural government pay, cause some of them company have special packages for them doctors. If you think say this a world that's so smooth and pretty and trust me, them have some people in this world, some inhuman. It's so funny we can't have our own. Everything where we have get teared down, get demolished. As we proceed.
you know that's normal. It's not normal. And then continue to complain and continue to be ignored for hours until somebody decides to check them out and has found they have hemorrhaged from the C-section and they don't make it. You know, and it's the same thing with Serena Williams. Serena Williams. She had clots, and but she was prone to clots. And I've known women like that too. It probably had been on blood thinners. Maybe she came off of them to have the baby. I don't know, but I'm just saying she had.
And if you guys know who Serena Williams, if you guys know, she's a big tennis player, right? She's a tennis player, and she did have issue when she did um have her daughter too. So that may I try to show you, even a person like that where is a big superstar, and she's gonna go through those things. You know, it's not a one-off thing.
Doctor, and I know more than you do about your body. How's that work? You see what I'm saying? So she complained. I need to have a CT scan. I need to see if there's clots going on because I can feel it because I've been there. And it almost cost her life. She literally had to get up out of the bed and walk down the hall after having a baby and lean over the nurse's station and demand it. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, and I think that having a doula will reduce that because mom is informed and doula is watching out. Ah,
I think it's I've experienced this in education. Do you feel it's unrealistic to believe that the racism that's ingrained in our society wouldn't be present in the medical field even when we're
Okay, people. uh, what is society, people? What society? Society. Society. What is society? Society is made up of people. When you say society, it just seems so vague. In people, it's not in society. Racism is not in society. It's in people. People hate, not society. And me say, you see, once we say them things here, it come in like say society is an unknown object. When it's people, people with a one track mind, a singular thought. We can look on other people and say, those people are not as good as us, even though they've proven that they are better. So when we hear the society, racism in society, it's racism in people. Are people hate, you know? And if there's no people, would there be society? As we proceed, we just have to put the blame where it belongs.
present in the medical field even when we're dealing with having children.
there is not an institution in the United States of America, period, medical, judicial, educational, you name it. I want somebody to point one out to me. But there is not an institution in America that has our best interests at heart.
And it's not just in America, people. I said that already. It's right across the world. I say it, I've come to realize we are the most hated people, including hated by ourselves. So that make it even worse. If you see, if we could have said we are the most hated people that love ourselves more than everybody can hate we, that would be something. But me tell you, say when we are hating, we are get it and we are get. We are get it and we are get. Cause me tell you same time, when me think how them treat Rasta people, right? Them just hate Rasta people. And Rasta people, the real, me tell you, say, the first Rasta man when me meet, I was very impressed with him. And I saw me look on rap, me tell you, say, I got the Rasta festival and the food so delicious. In my mind, me want to put salt on the people, them something. But just the way Rasta people live, it's uplifting. So if we as a people, as Jamaican, can hate Rasta people, we just stay like we the same way. Them just as a different lifestyle of livity, right? And we can hate them so much. That's racism. I think that are the first part of racism. The people that have mental issue at Jamaica, at them get hated. Nobody not hate the mad people them like the same people them. But till you said the people that make fun of the people them, then turn them in a puppy show. Oh, no, understand so them things are wicked. If we no say, if we no say, right, we no hate people treat you a certain way, or we no can treat you own people the same way we no hate. That's why I cannot have those feelings because them feelings there is pointless. As we proceed, people.
It's not designed that way, and certainly isn't designed that way in the medical institution. It just is not. And that's why you get, like our babies tend to be a different weight than maybe European babies or white babies. White babies could be a little bit more plumper and heavy, 8 pounds, 9 pounds. We tend to have 6, 7, maybe 8 pound babies. Our babies are small. You know, for them that's abnormal because the standard is they're the standard. So when we don't come up to that standard, then that's a problem as far as they're concerned. You know, and then comes all kinds of unnecessary interventions. It's not good for us.
Boy jugs.
What are some examples of those interventions?
In terms of
After a woman has a child and the child may not meet the European standard of a
oh,
healthy baby.
okay, then
First they're gonna increase, they're probably gonna increase the fat in the baby food. That's the first thing I think they're gonna do. Right? That's pretty much it. Then just gonna increase the fat, somehow increase the fat intake.
you start to get that um, comments about your inadequacy. Your breast milk isn't going to be enough because your baby's kind of small. So we're going to suggest that you supplement the breast milk with formula. So
Yes, I remember that.
those types of interventions, and basically, and not much more than that I know of.
See? See? So they increase the formula. And the formula them know say a lab make formula. So right off the bat that I gonna mess with, them I gonna have imbalance in them system. Cause The mother milk is supposed to be good enough, not additives.
You bring your baby in for his first or second prenatal appointment and they measure him on the chart. And so they what it does is it makes you concerned. It makes you stressed. Well, my baby's not big enough. And then you try to do more. And really your baby's fine. You know, it's just not a 9 pound baby. Yeah. And it may be because mom is small, dad is small, or even if they're average size. You know what I'm saying? Our babies are not that not they don't come up to white standards, in other words. So because the institution isn't constructed with us in mind at all. Yeah.
And
What
remember,
nutrient?
remember the she said that she goes for prostate cancer, right? If it's up to a certain number, then you're fine because there's two different measurement. So I don't like say we're not aware of them things here. We know we just not no proof. We just don't have no proof, but we know if somebody jump in the water and you know see him come back up, you know no proof, Sam John, but oh, people, we just a say, right? No proof, but a man jump in the water for 10 minutes and you know see him come up. We don't have no proof, but if you Sam John,
Mind at all. Yeah.
What nutrients and vitamins should women add to their diet during pregnancy and after pregnancy?
oh, you know me already. I say fruits and vegetables, beans, all of the same thing. Them like that. Me say your diet is supposed to be consistent every day. It's pretty much the same thing where you're supposed to eat for increase. Be consistent, right? So the same thing me said before. Um, leafy greens. Um, I say like carrot juice, beet juice, all of them things there, right? I think those are good when you're pregnant and after you're pregnant. So all you have the key objective is always our healthy diet. Fruits, vegetables, beans, lots of water, um, carrot juice, beet juice, um, they make okra juice. They can make juice out of pretty much anything, you know. All of the fruits them can pretty much make juice. So I say if during pregnancy, these are the things where you can increase, right? But me say it's always healthy lifestyle. It doesn't have to be because you're pregnant or you're gonna be pregnant. Because if you continuously practice healthy lifestyle, right? It's something natural. But let's hear what she has to say.
Add to their diet during pregnancy and after pregnancy.
I've heard midwives and other medical people say if the diet that you have been on before you were pregnant was working for you, you don't need.
See, ah, what me made all day? What me made all day, people? Me want me made all. This is what I'm saying though. If you eat a healthy lifestyle and you get pregnant, the only thing you have to do is like increase your meal according to like to your hunger. You know what I say? So instead of like you don't have like an extra salad then or whatever, but a little bit more. Because your diet, you don't have to worry about your diet. Where you go work change up your diet because you get pregnant for if you practice healthy lifestyle right through. I mean not right through the pregnancy, but right through your life. As we proceed, people, because that's what I said.
You were pregnant was working for you. You don't need to change it that much. They might want you to add something. Um, but really, it's general overall nutrition that you really should be eating, even if you're not pregnant.
See what I talk about? I didn't I didn't pay this lady to say I didn't pay this lady to say that, but I'm saying our general eating habit supposed to be consistent. You're not supposed to switch it up and change it up. That's why I say you're not supposed to worry about weight, because if you're eating right, if you're worried about weight, you're supposed to worry about where you eat. As we proceed, people, because I'm tell you, say, I am learning as much as I am learning, and I'm also confirming what I know already, which is nice.
Eating, even if you're not pregnant, your proteins, your carbohydrates, your folate, especially moms in the beginning of pregnancy, certain vitamins and nutrients do certain things. Of course, everything goes to the baby, so everything's helping the baby form. So your B vitamins help the nervous
Your
system.
B, your B unlimited vitamins.
Your proteins for the muscles, your carbohydrates for the energy. Of course, your vitamin A, your vitamin C is good for your bones and bone development. Folate, which is
Grass, which is green. Continue.
sometimes they call it folic acid, but folic acid is a synthetic, um, I guess you call it vitamin or mineral. It's synthetic. Folate is what you want out of your foods. So your beans, your grains, your
Yes,
dairy.
yes.
Dairy doesn't have to necessarily be cow milk. Maybe you drink almond milk. Maybe you drink hemp milk, soy milk. But you need some kind of dairy. Yogurts are good.
Yes,
Martini
yes, yes,
green.
yes, yes, totally. A long time I not have some yogurt, but usually I used to buy the yogurt and I used to blend them and make a smoothie with them. So you see, she just had tell me some I need to get some yogurt. And I thought foliage, foliage was green leafy stuff. But again, green leafy vegetables is really, 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 really good. And I think that's what you get folate from. But she says it's a synthetic, or they give it to you synthetically.
Green, dark leafy green vegetables.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iron. Important.
Please explain what is postpartum.
Okay, so postpartum is immediately after baby's born. And it's
Do we need to postpartum? Postpartum is immediately after the baby is born. People, may I tell you, so them people are well educated than me, and me I learn as much as Uno. And this is why I love it so much, because me could have sit down here with a smart person and listen to the smart person, or I could be sitting here and listen to an idiot and learning nothing. So I choose to sit down and listen to the people that might have sense, right? And I can learn, because at least I'm smart than me. Them have degrees and them have more letters at the end of the name than me have in my name. Uh, oh yeah, and they're our from fluid culture, fluid race. As we proceed, people.
born. And it generally refers to the mother. Postnatal refers to the baby. So postpartum is sometimes called
Postpartum.
the fourth trimester. And each trimester of pregnancy, the first trimester, the second, and third, they last 3 months and make up the 9 months. And then you have the fourth trimester, which could ideally be another 3 months. And that's a time period immediately after birth, um, when mom is healing. And it's really, really important for her to heal. And that's another issue. We're working with it though. You know, where usually moms, you got a month off from your job, but you really need a good month and a half or more. You know, so it's a healing process. Um, just time to be home, time for her body to come back together after baby's born, time to be nurtured, very important.
Yeah, it takes 9 months. It takes 9 months. It's not gonna take you 9 months to lose all of that. So I say, it's until their mind is ready. That's what I say.
So those are some of the things that we overlook, especially the nurturing part that moms need. Yeah, that's very important. Other places in other parts of the world, that's what moms get for the next 40 days after baby's born. And that's what we ideally should be able to do.
Can you speak on the nurture of the mother more? Because in my experience, I noticed all the attention is put on the child in regards to nurture and care, but no attention is put towards the mother in regards to her nurture and care.
Yeah.
So, could you just elaborate more on what nurture would look like for a mother who just had birth?
It would look like she gets the first 2 weeks or more, maybe 3 weeks, she gets to stay in her bed or stay at least in her bedroom. She's not up and down the steps. She's not in and out the door. It does not look like I just brought the baby home and I got to run to the store. It doesn't look like that. You know, the village, meaning her.
See, come back to the village again. It always come back to the. It always comes back to the village.
Her parents, maybe her husband's parents, maybe her sister, maybe her neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Meals she should have. You want to plan postpartum too, just like you plan the birth. So you want to plan postpartum. Who's bringing your meals? Who's taking care of a little bit of laundry? Who's washing the dishes? Your job is to bond with the baby, get familiar with the baby, let your body heal. Your village or your tribe's job is to nurture you, take care of you, give you a chance to take a shower, hold the baby for you, take a nap if you want to.
Ah, boy. People, me tell us that we are miss a lot, We really are. I mean, yes, may I miss 100,000 followers. Well, so we are miss a lot, people, because the things that were used to be so important to it. We keep on stressing it and stressing it and stressing it. The things that used to be so important to it are that we dash way. And the things that want to matter to it are that we will grab up. Each and every one of them smart people, the first thing they talk about is community. Unity. As we proceed, people.
It was hard work having a baby. It was hard work carrying a baby. After baby is here, you want mom to heal, and sometimes that might not happen, and moms do feel unsupported, and that can cause depression. I've seen moms.
And again, I'm so sorry, ladies. I'm so sorry when we're supposed to be there and we're not. I'm so sorry. Because I know we're supposed to do better, people. True thing, I am included in this do better thing. And I don't feel like, I should be upset about doing more, doing better. I should be disappointed, and I am disappointed sometimes when I know my ability and my ability is not getting me where I'm supposed to be. I'm tell you, say take support people, community, take support of family. And when you not have them two things, that trust me, it's harder. It's not impossible, but it's harder. Trust me.
Can cause depression. I've seen moms that were deserted immediately after birth, or just still has to come home to another handful of children, to one, two, or three, and has to figure out how to juggle this newborn with these other children, and dinner needs to be cooked, and perhaps the husband is looking at her like, that's what women do, you know. So we forget how sacred birth is, and to have a woman become the portal between one world and the next, and for us to go about our business like that wasn't no big thing, is not it. And so,
It's true. Because just the science, just the science of a lady having a baby, just the science alone is mind boggling. That's why we have to give them a love and respect. Yes, sometimes when I really piss me off, but I know we're not supposed to hold that against you guys. Because enough time we piss on off, I want to know what against we. I like to thank you, ladies, for giving us that grace period where we're not going now. As we proceed, people, you see this learning thing here? I tell you, say it's not a even keel thing. It's gonna be up and down. Because now for the topic, them is topic that we don't consistently talk about, right? As we proceed.
no. And so we don't always plug into the sacred aspect of birth. We plug into the material aspect of it, the physical aspect of it, the um, the medical aspect of it. Yeah, and we don't plug into that because that's not the way we think. You know, but we got to learn to think that way. It's time to switch that around. We need to come back to our sacred reality of who we are as human beings. Not citizens of America or anything else.
See? Same thing me I talk about. We're better humans than we're citizens. We're better human than citizen. Tell the conversation I'm here today and oh, it's like the Caribbean is against American and American is against African and Africa. Like we're all the same people. Just them little thing there. Actually, you know that's a big gap between us. That's a big gap between us not being human.
Not citizens of America or anything else.
Do you recommend women breastfeed their newborn baby or just use like formula?
Yeah,
Formula,
yeah.
right?
Okay, so I mean, it just makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, and again, we're coming back to the sacred, which is really, God made women with breasts to feed their babies. And the milk that's provided through the breast to the babies improves baby's immune system.
See, and at that, me say once they start go give them the subs the formula, right? Once they start give them the formula, it's gonna be messing up their immune system because the mother already have all of the necessary stuff in the milk for the baby already. These are all stuff where them test and do them test span, you know. What make you think them a give them the formula? Cause them know. Me tell you say, yo, them know as we proceed, people.
Helps them to ward off certain diseases. Um, ear infection, asthma. Um, it, so formula doesn't do that. And of course, formula. You can imagine giving a baby formula, and here we. Have you ever read the ingredients?
Oh, this lady. Oh, this lady nice. Have you ever read the ingredients? Have you really ever read the ingredients? You know, maybe we figure out the store and just videotape the ingredients and can read it off one day for real people. Cause and that me say once they start give the chemical where them make this thing in the lab, right? And she said the formula don't give the baby the stuff them what the mother does. So this are the purpose why them wants to stop breastfeeding the kids. As we proceed, people, eye opening.
Have you ever read the ingredients? You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness! And so you're giving a newborn, you're setting them up.
It's
You're setting them
true.
up, and he's more prone to diseases taking formula. And I'm not disclaiming anything because sometimes, for whatever reason, you want to give thanks that if you cannot breastfeed, maybe formula is the option.
Alternative. It's alternative. It shouldn't be the first choice. That may I try show you, people. We just have to understand, learn more as we proceed.
Is the option unless you can get breast milk from another mother. But ideally, it builds up the baby's immune system, um, and gives him all the nutrients that a human baby needs in breast milk. Much better for him. Digestion, everything.
Should America provide mandatory parenting classes for all new parents?
And my initial gut reaction is
No.
no.
See, I agree. Goes back to your community, go back to your neighbor, go back to your family. As we proceed, we hear why she said that.
Because, and I'm just saying that it's not sometimes, you have to do whatever, but no, the village should
See?
and the community should.
See?
So now, if you had a nonprofit somewhere or something that's government funded at a rec center or something like that, you can do it that way. But the people involved in working with mothers and fathers to be better parents should be from the village.
What do you believe are the factors that contribute to the high rate of preeclampsia in Black women?
I'm going to say initially diet.
Preeclampsia.
And our diet, the way we eat, goes all the way back to the food we got off of the slave master's table. You know, lard, hog maws, whatever, chitlins, and it goes all the way back that far. And then, so it's genetic. You ask a woman, like, you have high blood pressure. My mom has it, my father has it, my aunt has it, my sister has it. So it can be in the family, but I think it goes to diet.
Yo, there really
Maybe
is a word called
I think
preeclampsia.
that if you were born eating in a certain way, healthier food, that would be less of an issue. I don't know if you can go to another country, like, or continent like Africa, and find the rate of high blood pressure that you find here.
That's true. Because I just salt and sugar, sugar and salt. It's with diet. Me tell you, say key thing of with diet change. That one of the biggest thing our problem. The diet, the diet, the diet. We don't eat in consistently the food that we're supposed to eat because for everybody different. As we proceed, people.
Blood pressure. Do you believe it's a mixture of stress, being black in America, and diet, or is it mostly diet?
I couldn't say it was mostly one or the other. I do believe it's diet, definitely diet, and I think it can be controlled when you change your diet. But certainly stress, if you have it, go ahead and get stressed and it will shoot right on up. Yep. Yeah. So stress is definitely a thing, but and we normally are stressed. I mean, what's on our plates is incredible sometimes, so we really have to learn. We can only work with each other and ourselves. We can't wait for anybody else to fix anything. And like say, don't cause us stress. You got to take control over what you allow to stress you and what you don't.
So what's the proper term they say for stress? I don't know if they say coping mechanism, but things they could do to kind of deal
Oh,
with stress better.
offset their stress.
Okay. I said it already. Yoga. I mean meditation, painting, writing. If you draw, you can draw. Walking, gardening. All of them things are reliefs. Those are stress relievers. Still, okay. Sex is included in it, obviously, but Ah, but there's so much ways you can relieve stress as we proceed.
It seems to me you would end up taking one situation at a time. First of all, being aware of it, being aware that we have triggers. Once you're aware of your triggers, you can decide how you want to react to your triggers, what you want to do instead of reacting to your triggers. So that's the way you can handle stress. You got to be aware of it, and of course, you can add to that meditation, whatever your meditation is. Maybe you want to sit on a cushion. Maybe you want to go for a walk. Maybe you want to lay in the park. You know what I mean? What can you do to offset whatever's triggered? And the more you do that, the more it becomes a habit. So developing habits that are not stressful.
What are the benefits in your experience of living a holistic life, and what would you recommend to others who are trying to live a more holistic life?
Okay, so I'm just kind of trying to plug into what you mean by holistic life. The journey is ongoing. You know, everybody has levels. You know, this one doesn't eat any dairy. This one doesn't eat any meat. This one does herbs. This one. So you're always at different states and stages of your journey to become a whole, healthy mind, body, spirit, and soul human being. You know, so you want to know what maybe where I'm at?
Yeah, regardless, it's your journey. Like, how did you get into it? How did you more kind
Okay, so honestly, I'm first of all, I'm 65 years old, and back in the day, the idea of herbs and holistic life wasn't really a thing in my family, so I had no pattern to follow. So the only thing is that I've always been a bit of a rebel, and I didn't buy all the messages that America would sell you. Like I have a family member who will actually say, "I eat the American diet." I can't tell her not to. You know what I'm saying? But I just kind of grew into it, and I'm still growing into it. I haven't fully. I mean, I don't know if you ever fully live holistically, but you're addressing every aspect of yourself. You know what stressed you, what your triggers are, what you eat, how you think. You know how you take do self care. Um, you balancing out the messages that America gives you. Here, take this pill, take that pill. You know what I'm saying? This will help you work harder. This will help you work faster. Is that a good thing? You know. So yeah, I just don't subscribe to all the messages, and I look for healing. That's what you gotta do. Look for your own healing. Look for it, and claim it and do it, no matter what anybody else is doing.
You have years and years of experience as a doula. Um, Obviously, you work with many people. The question I have for you: what can men do to assist in the pregnancy before birth and after birth?
Okay.
Oh. No stress. Ah, don't give her no stress at all. During, before, after, all of that. That's the key thing, right? You have to be patient. You have to be there at least. As we proceed, I think that's three good ones.
That's one of my favorite parts of working with a mom is tapping into her partner or her husband, because generally men think that they have little to do with it except for making the baby, you know. But they have one of the biggest roles out there, very, very important. You make your wife feel safe, you make her feel loved, you know what I'm saying, all during the pregnancy. And we have no idea sometimes.
No, we don't. As men, we don't have no idea. Trust me, we don't have no idea sometimes. And that's why I say, if man did I get together like oh man used to sit down and talk and reason about certain situation, right? It would be a lot better, you know. Instead of the first, hey dirty boy, this, that. I tell you, so when I grew up, this is how the man them used to live. Them used to come together. If a man have a work on him farm, all of the man then go there that day there and then cook and them eat and them whatever job them have to do, then do it together. Even in even then the man them used to have a man community, right? So even the man them used to be community wise. Ah, I love listening to them people, you know, cause them people, she are 65, right? She live a full life and she still a learn. As we proceed, people.
And we have no idea sometimes about how important that is, what a mom's feeling is transferred to the baby. And you'll see babies come out with a little bit of whatever was going on while they were in there. You know what I'm saying? So, not disregarding her, nurturing her, drawing her bath, rubbing her feet, getting her a meal here and there, making a cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Spending time, watching a movie, going for a walk. Don't take that as a small thing. That's not a small thing. She feels really good that you're right there by her side when she's carrying this baby. And then when she goes into labor, that's what I say. Same thing that got the baby in there is the same thing that gets the baby out. Okay, so it was the love hormone and the feel good hormone. They got the baby in there. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to get the baby out. And you bring that. You bring that. So that thing where men think that they got to sit in the waiting room or pace around until mom's ready to push or something. You're the one that's going to help that labor flow smoothly. So, even if I'm there as the doula, I'm not getting in your way. You know what I mean? When she needs to move and stand up and rock, I'm put y'all two together. You know what I mean? When things seem to be going slow, it's a little stalled, that's when you want to get up in her ear and give her that's how important you are. And men don't always know that, and that kind of bothers me. I really want them to know that just because the being pregnant is not just her issue. You know what I mean? You're a part of it, and you go on that journey right along with her and enjoy yourself.
I've always had a question in regards to childbirth.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it goes against the laws of gravity, I guess, that a woman will be laying down backwards, but the baby's supposed to come out. Wouldn't it make more sense to like stand up and squat?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it would, and that's one thing we definitely teach women as soon as we start working with them, maybe a month or two ahead of time. Before baby's born. We call laying down, being strapped to a bed, and they're not necessarily flat on their back. The back of the bed may be raised a little bit, but it's still, I call it hustling backwards. It works against gravity. And then just understanding the physiology and the anatomy of the pelvis. That's um, amazing. What a woman's body has to do to allow the baby out. How if she has knowledge of what her pelvis area is like, the inlet, the mid pelvis, the outlet, she gets to understand which movement does what. So movement is key. Positions are key. Laying on your back is not key. You definitely want to be able to move because you're navigating your own pelvis. You're rocking it. You're rocking the baby. You're helping the baby find its way through. You know.
Are you familiar with the history why they started like women laying back?
I'm not familiar with the history, but this is what I've come to understand, heard, maybe read. It's doctor's convenience. It's convenient. They got a whole view, so it's convenient. And they're the medical people. And pregnancy, labor, and birth is a medical issue. Not. You understand what I'm saying? Not. It's not. It's not a medical issue. It's not a pathology. But they tend to treat it like that. So it just makes it easier for them to access the baby. And then, of course, if there's an issue with the baby coming out and they got to implement some instrument of some sort, then that's because something was wrong with you. I've seen babies get stuck, something they call shoulder dystocia, in a hospital setting. And in my mind, which was not what happened in that hospital setting, um, and that baby is about 11 years old now. But the solution was to change the mom's position and augment the space in the pelvis. And boom. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, people. Okay, so I never know what a doula was before. Now I know, right? So a doula, they work with the caregiver. I mean midwife. Yeah, they work with the midwife after 4 months after the midwife. People, all of them information that I never know before. No, who would be talking to me about these stuff for real? Eh? again, people, me just love the fact that I can highlight these amazing people alive, right? That is doula Mama Iman. And again, this is part one, just an introduction of her. I know, so we'll just go do a part two and see. Because all of them people, again, get them people on a regular basis, right? And this I Never Knew channel, it has all these amazing black people, black culture, right? African culture, because even this black thing, I say we stop use black, if we use African, because black is not a race. It's a definition. But African is a race. Africanism is a culture. People, I'm learning. I'm getting better every day. And that's what we're supposed to do, people. Right? We're supposed to teach each other how to get better. Right? Oh yeah, I'm gonna put up my thing there on my page. I put up my calzone. I made a calzone with chickpeas and curry chickpeas and shrimp. Right? Yesterday, yesterday I do it, but I tell you some just drink a cup of tea, and that was it. So today I made it, put up on my page. And again, people, me always a thank you for showing up, thank you for hanging out with me. Because I am always excited to learn about new people and the people them were shape our past, the people them are in our present, and the people them are look to create a better future. Those are the Those are the things we're supposed to have focus on. Them things I me like. I mean, everybody love the mix up and all of that stuff, but you can only take the mix up for a certain while. And then it's like, okay, what's next? Right, people? Like, share, subscribe. Just say that is so funny, right? Okay, just comment. Me no want to say that. Me just say, I'd rather want to comment, right, on the program. I'd rather you guys comment on the program. I wouldn't mind more subscribers, but I'd rather comment. Say something. Say something. People, thank you for stopping by. I'm out.